Explain the thinking there. Something of a goalkeeper shortage for Bayern. Manny Neuer and Sven Ulreich still working their way back to fitness, and all of those who featured successfully in the big international tournaments have been given additional time off. So no Joshua Kimmich, Niklas Süle, Sebastian Rudi, nor Arturo Vidal. But Corentin Tolisso is in, and so too James Rodriguez. Arsenal's travelling party to Asia and Australia a long way from full strength. This is the starting lineup, and it does include Alexandre Lacazette and the other high-profile signing of the summer for Arsenal, Sead Kolasinac, who has arrived on a free transfer from Schalke. But no Mertesacker, and that's a late change. Guanxing all set to get it underway here. Bayern from left to right in the Shanghai Stadium. The only boss to win the Champions League 3 times, and still Wenger waits. Only once has he truly been close, and in recent years,
because of its completely comprehensive nature, and only Alexis Sanchez really came out of that tie with any credit.
Ribéry trying to run on the outside of Maitland-Niles, twisting and turning him. Low below this side, seemed to be a hand in that. Hamas had the hit. He's 34, going on 18, this fellow Franck Ribéry. That's how he speaks about himself.
I think Bayern know they can't rely on Franck Ribéry forever.
A little bit of room for Kolasinac. Loves to come forward. Ozil onside. Squared by Welbeck. Inviting for Xhaka.
First real move into the final third for Arsenal. Granted, Xhaka from his time at Gladbach has a great record against Bayern, and he can.
Here comes Bernat. He thought about having a hit, took on a lot then. Maitland-Niles has given a penalty away. Bernat was just too sharp and strong for him, for the youngster.
Good industry from Bernat to get into that position. There's not a great deal.
Powers it home, and Bayern lead 1-0 here in Shanghai. They feel hard done by Arsenal. Lewandowski could not care either way. Czech went the wrong way.
He rarely looks in doubt with Robert Lewandowski. It's a superb penalty. Petr Cech couldn't read him. And the second top scorer in the Bundesliga last season. One of the best strikers in the world. Puts that away coolly, and Bayern, I have to say, have started very well and probably deserve their advantage.
Name only 3.
A real test for that makeshift Arsenal backline today.
Welbeck's ball in was a good one. It was a fabulous strike by Ozil, and it hit Tom Stark. And I don't think he knew much about it. If Ozil had been able to steer it either side, surely Arsenal were level.
Fine work from Danny Welbeck, who needs a full season fit. And he picks out the run of Ozil brilliantly, up against many of his international teammates here.
Arsenal's best day, really, and for many fans, their best performance. Thomas Muller. Arsenal opened up, they're 2 down, except the only disappointment is that Tolisso was offside. Let off for Arsenal.
Regardless, wonderful weight on the header. Oh, it's a woeful decision.
Way onside.
Pass that he can bend round.
Lacazette is in here for Arsenal, and he's denied by a brilliant stop by Starke.
It was almost certain he was going to bury that, Alexander Lacazette. There's the combination we've been talking about. And that threaded ball into Lacazette was spot on. Great goalkeeping from the veteran who, as you say, is filling in.
Weekend by the start of the Premier League season against Leicester City. Home game. First 3 in August, followed by Stoke and Liverpool. Thomas Muller, deflection unchecked, did very, very well.
Really good recovery from Petr Cech, having already committed. But this is why they do all those quick, short recovery saves in training that you see that are so impressive. Decisive deflection, still one of the Premier League's best, Petr Cech.
And when not training,
keeping in his number one position. But he showed too much of the outside to Ribéry for that chance for Bernat. A full credit to Petr Cech, who's keeping.
Rodriguez is free and nobody's really picking him up the other side of the box. That's where it's aimed. Made up so much time, Rodriguez, and yet again, Petr Cech.
Need to get a little bit more comfortable. The weight on the pass was wonderful.
The
onside
question
as well.
Sorry, Rob, I think the question should be aimed at Kolasinac. It's his job to... Here comes Thomas Muller. Ribéry goes again. That's fantastic from Ribéry, and what a fine piece of mopping up by Granit Xhaka.
You just had no idea how Bayern were going to work that 4 against 3 situation, and it was a wonderful surprise to see that outside pass. And James close again to getting on the score sheet here for Bayern.
Little change of pace by Ribéry, amazing. All bar the finishing touch. Wait. And again, Arsenal looking a bit misshapen here. Coman, oh, Lewandowski. James, denied by Cech. Did Lewandowski leave that? Surely not.
Arsenal exposed down their left-hand side again, the Bayern right. Wonderful swift play from Bayern. And this time Coman went early with the ball.
There you are, Lewandowski. Score it. I'm mystified by that, really, having watched him so often in those positions, and it's not like him to give a teammate a chance in front of goal, that's for sure. Maybe he felt he couldn't get, stops him. Hummels strolls onto it, flicks it clear. Ribéry is full of running again and just denied by Cech. Well, I know he has his own personal conditioners and so on, but what a job they have done with Ribéry to get him looking this good again after the injury problems he's had. Well done to Cech for winning the race, incidentally.
Well, that was reminiscent of a man not available.
Of course, he's had so many problems with his hamstrings particularly, that might be one of the reasons. It was Alaba who made a real mess of that, and that's not much better. Alaba, I was about to say, doing his Lewandowski impression, going all the way in there, just looking for the tap in, but that's where the similarity ended.
Nice break forward, and it was well spotted by Bernat, but no connection at all from the Austrian Footballer of the Year.
Now or never really for Arsenal in this game. Iwobi, he's done well. Aaron Ramsey. Iwobi, yes! Arsenal level it right at the death. Alex Iwobi's got the goal. Well, it's not quite the FA Cup final, but it was Aaron Ramsey involved in it. This time the provider, and nearly as good a header.
Wonderful from Arsenal to finish the game with an equaliser of such high quality. Execution from this situation is brilliant. And Aaron Ramsey knew exactly when Iwobi was going to arrive on the scene to plant that header into the corner.
Superb from Ramsey, and what a good header it was. Maybe it was nearly as good as Ramsey's. Different context completely, of course, but a great moment for Iwobi.
Really celebrated that moment, and so did those young players who have resisted Bayern in the second half and avoided them extending their advantage.
So Bayern, who really dominated the first 45 minutes and had so many chances, maybe asking themselves why it's ended up here at 1-1, but Arsenal take all the credit, their young players, for not giving up on it, giving everything, and at last, very much at the last, carving out that chance, which Iwobi took with some aplomb. And it finishes here, Bayern Munich 1, Arsenal 1.
Martinez, due passi, parte Alaba e la parata in due tempi con qualche brivido per Martinez. Via libera, parte Ramsey, non si muove Fruttel, tutti i 90 minuti. Conclusione perfetta all'angolino, spiazzando questa volta Emiliano Martinez. Cambia la traiettoria della rincorsa e il Neni, e questa volta si prende la copertina con la parata Fruttel, che per la prima volta si porta in vantaggio, intuisce la direzione. Parte il 18, il pallone sotto l'incrocio dei pali, grandissimo rigore nell'occasione di disturbo di Martinez. Sanchez con una piccola esitazione che gli costa caro, perché il pallone si stampa sulla traversa con Fruttel, anche lui le sue azioni di disturbo. Parte Iwobi, rete, pallone sotto la pancia di Fruttel in questo primo match di ICC. Con il mancino Bernat, Martinez con il secondo rigore parato concede la vittoria alla squadra.